Welcome, Hattiesburg, and a pleasant day to all our listeners. This is Abby, your host for Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. I'm here to bring you updates, news, and more from our community. To add to all the excitement today, we have Mississippi Moments with Kathleen Stringer and a news wrap with Micaiah Jackson to ensure you're up to date on all the hottest topics. And guess what? We have some very special guests for you today, Mandy, Cameron, KC, and Ty. You definitely want to stay tuned for what they have to share with us today. But before we jump into all the fun, here's a quick message from our sponsors. So hang tight, we'll be right back with more Southern Miss Today.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is, my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. In campus news, there will be dual exhibits with the Southern Miss Ceramics National and Cups of Contemplation until Thursday, November 7th. The Southern Miss Ceramics National is a juried exhibition displayed ceramic vessels, sculptures, and installations by emerging and established artists. In tandem, Cups of Contemplation celebrates the artistry of contemporary ceramic cups, highlighting their visual and tactile beauty. Experience the unique connection with these handmade cups offer, transform it into a meaningful experience of to pause, reflect, and contemplate. Juried by renowned ceramic artists Tom and Elaine Coleman, whose works are celebrated in major museums and collections worldwide, this event promises to elevate your appreciation of contemporary ceramics. This event will take place in George Hurst Building from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. until November 7th. Also in campus news, Friday, October 25th and Saturday, October 26th will be the 2024 Viola Festival. Hosted by Southern Miss Viola Studio under the direction of Dr. Lee, the festival would take place on October 25th and 26th on the Hattiesburg campus. With generous support from the Partners of Arts and Choral Strings, this 15th edition of the Viola Festival will feature esteemed violist Christina Rutledge and Julia Bullard. The repertoire includes works by Bach, Bridge, Glinka, and Kara Schumann. And Hattiesburg news, Hattiesburg Zoo receives national accreditation. The main thing ZAA looks for when assessing a zoo for this award, it looks at the commitment to animal care and welfare, animal, staff, and visitor safety, and facility operations. I think it just really exemplifies how hard the work is done on a daily basis, said the director of animal care, Kristen Moore. Our animal care staff here is top-notch. They go every day out of their way to make sure the animals have everything that they need, whether it's enrichment or proper nutrition or great medical care. They really are on top of their game. And I really think that that's just it. This carnation just proves that. Zoo leaders say that they are proud to receive the award and they are committed to continuing to grow their partnership with ZAA. In Mississippi news, Mississippi Public Service Commission hosts Summit on Future Nuclear Power in the state. Mississippi Public Service commissions to see more nuclear power being generated in the state, and they held a summit Tuesday to discuss what it will take. You probably don't think about our electricity as being generated, but that's our job at Energy Mississippi. And a lot of their electricity is being produced at Grand Gulf Power Nuclear in Port Gibson. In international news, when ChatGPT burst into the scene in the late 2022, the Everest PR agency founder was eager for his team of 11 to quickly incorporate the technology into their workflow so that business could be kept up with competitors. Employees were encouraged to use the AI language tool for the agency's long list of daily tasks, from coming up with story ideas for clients, pitches to offer the media, and transcribing meeting and interview notes. But rather than increasing the team's productivity, it created stress and tension. Staff reported that the tasks were in fact taking longer as they had to create brief and long prompts for ChatGPT, while also having to double-check its output for inaccuracies, of which there were many. And every time the platform was updated, they had to relearn how the new features worked, which also took extra time. In some situations and instances, AI can be helpful with tasks, however, can also be damaging. That's your news update from Southern Miss Today. Next, we'll have the latest in sports and weather, so stay tuned. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
What is dedication?
My daughter is biological and my son is adopted. I love them both so much. From the morning when you wake up to putting them to bed at night and every moment in between. I think a parent's job is to protect our children but also prepare them for the world so they become good, kind human beings.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Welcome back with our action-packed sports segment. Let's dive into the latest scores, highlights, and sports. Get your jerseys on because it's game time. Our next football game will be against James Madison this Saturday, October 26th. Go Eagles! Today, October 24th, the women's soccer team will be playing against the Raging Cajuns. Tomorrow, Friday, October 25th, the men's tennis team will be playing at the Stanford ITA Fall Tournament. Also on Friday and Saturday, the women's volleyball team will be playing against the Old Dominion. Head to southernmiss.com to keep up with all the Golden Eagle sports activities. As for weather today, look for a low of 52 with a low chance of rain and a high of 85. The feels like for today is 51 to 89 degrees. Tomorrow look for a low of 54 and a high of 86 with a low chance of rain as well. Tomorrow's feels like is 53 to 90 degrees. This weekend look for highs of 86 and lows of 56. Up next, we have Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage, with Kathleen Stringer about how the government supported opera houses in Germany. Check it out.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. In 1973, Kathleen Striegler was a soprano with the State Opera House in Darmstadt, West Germany. She explains how the government supported the 60 opera companies that existed there then.
In this particular opera house where I am, and this is the general rule for all of the opera houses in Austria, Switzerland, and Germany, we work 11 months of the year and are paid for 12. And they pay, by German standards, a completely livable salary. You don't get rich off of it, but you work 11 months of the year, and during that time, 9 opera premieres are given. And you are promised 2 roles in a premiere during this time. Now, you may do 9, but you are promised 2. It is conceivable that you could sing 5 to 6 nights a week, which in fact sometimes we do. But you're almost always in rehearsal during the morning hours for the next production, which is coming up. And this is, of course, a real luxury because it's extremely expensive business. It's state subsidized completely. So this, of course, goes back to the old court tradition of the king supporting the arts, and it's still going on.
Bill Ellison hosts Voices of Our People World War II, a new podcast from Mississippi Moments, sponsored by the Mississippi Humanities Council. That's Voices of Our People World War II, wherever you get your podcasts.
That was your Mississippi Moment for today. Coming up, we have the pleasure of hearing from people from the ARC.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277. And the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
Now please give a warm Golden Eagle welcome to Mandy, Cameron, Casey, and Ty. How are y'all?
We're good.
Y'all are good. That's awesome. Could each of you tell me a bit about yourselves?
Hey, I'm Mandy, and I'm the director of the Rise and Shine program for ARC. And I like to tell people that it's the happiest place in Hattiesburg.
I'm Cameron. I love music and I love old TV shows.
Awesome.
My name is Kira Camille. They call me Casey, but I like word search.
You like words? I love word searches.
My name is Tatiana Griffin. I am basketball team.
Oh, yeah, she
Ooh,
likes to play basketball.
Awesome. I'm gonna leave this right there for y'all. So, could you tell us a bit about ARC and what y'all do?
We have a day program that these adults attend daily from 7 to 5:30, and we have adults from 19 years old to 77 years old with a very varying range of disabilities, and we offer programs in the community. We go out to see people in the community. We do pottery. We go on outings. Yesterday we went to Mitchell Farms to the pumpkin patch. We had a mural scavenger hunt a couple of weeks ago around Hattiesburg. We take monthly Dollar Tree trips, which is very popular. We go to the movies. We go bowling once a week. And then on a daily basis, we do art. We have music therapy. And then we do some leisure activities, which watching TV, using the iPads, sitting outside, playing basketball. So different things like that. And then our staff are called direct support professionals. And so we have 18 staff members that help these guys daily in making their decisions and making sure they have a fun day.
Okay, awesome. So, y'all have a golf ball drop coming up. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
We do. On November the 4th, we have a helicopter that will take all the golf balls that have been purchased and drop them at Canebrake golf course. And the closest golf ball to the hole wins $20,000. So the chances are $100 per golf ball. And you can buy them on our website, www.hattiesburgarc.com, up until 12 o'clock on November the 4th. So, and it's one of our biggest fundraisers that really help us be able to provide fun things for our adults every day.
Okay. How many people are within ARC? You mentioned having the workers.
Right.
Worker-wise and in the community entirely.
Right now we have 44 adults, and that's what we like to call our participants that come every day. 44 adults, and we can serve 50. So we're close to maximum capacity, and we have, as you can see, we have lots of happy faces every day, and most of them, it's crazy to me, but we have some of them that want to go on their families going to vacation at the beach, and they are mad because they want to be at Rise and Shine at ARC. So we have a very popular program.
It's very good to know that is a very comfortable place for everyone, that everyone wants to be there still. That's wonderful. What do you think the most misunderstood part of people with disabilities is?
That they want to be treated differently. Y'all want to be treated just like everybody else.
That's right.
Completely understandable.
And I was going to talk about, we have the Pi Caps invite us over to fraternity parties with them during the day, and that's one of their most favorite things to do. And get out in the community and, hang around people that are their age, because, those college guys, they're all college age, and they like to be around the cheerleaders and the frat guys and the Dixie Darlings. So are very popular. They've came to ARC before, and this was a very exciting day.
I don't even want to go to frat stuff. Those scare me.
Well, this was during the day, so it was very, very
That's
mellow.
It's just a lot of people. So many people.
Well,
too many people for me.
they treat us good when we come.
That's good. That's very good. How do you tailor your programs to meet the unique needs of everyone involved?
Well, everybody has they get a choice of what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's their program. It's there for them.
Mm-hmm.
So if he doesn't want to go swimming this afternoon at the Y, he can choose not to go. Right. And so it is their social life. It is their social day. They look forward to it. Their friends are there, and they want to do what their friends are doing, you know. And me and the staff are included in their friends, right, Casey? Right.
Awesome. So, Cameron, what's your favorite part of ARC?
You get to see the people you love every day.
Yes.
You don't see that around here, but ARC, you get to see a lot of the people you love every day.
That's wonderful. You seem to be a very community and family-oriented person. So, Casey, what's your favorite part of ARC?
So my favorite thing in art is I like The Office because of Mandy.
Yes. She's my office assistant.
Awesome. You like being an office assistant?
Mm-hmm.
I do too. I love doing secretary stuff. And Ty, what's your favorite part?
Being art is like go to the pottery at the building, like painting.
Oh, you like art? You like doing the
Mhm.
art stuff? I love art. I do crochet, knitting, not very much knitting, cross stitch, and sometimes I just like to sit there and color.
She also has a few boyfriends at the ARC.
What are some of the biggest challenges, besides you mentioned about how people think that they need to be treated differently, do individuals with disabilities face within the community?
Again, I just think being treated differently, sometimes being stared at, or, you know, thinking they can't do what other people are doing, and I tell you, we can do just about as anything anybody else can do, can't we, Cameron?
That's right.
I definitely think there needs to be a more prominent information about accuracies of people with disabilities.
Mhm.
We had recently one about human trafficking, and we were talking about the same
Right.
thing, where people have an inaccurate view,
Mhm.
especially through movies and TV shows,
Right.
and the way actors portray stuff. They make it seem like they're like, oh, this person has a disability, they can't do anything.
Right. Well, and that's a good thing about, we have lots of volunteers that come in from the community. We have nurses from William Carey that come and do some intern hours. And really, you know, they're not doing any nursing, but they're there to be around our adults. So one day when someone with a disability comes into the hospital, you know, you treat them just like anybody else. And if you've not been around our population, you know, sometimes it can be overwhelming and overstimulating, but if you're around it, you know, you get used to it, and these are my people. I wouldn't want to be around anybody else.
So what other events do y'all have coming up besides the golf ball?
Well, this afternoon we're taking some to the fair, which they're very excited about. How many rides are you going to ride, Cam?
A lot.
I rode every single one when I went to the Pine Belt one, almost every single one.
Casey, are you going to ride any rides?
I am.
Okay, good. I would be more excited about the food.
I'm excited about the roller coasters.
And then Saturday we have a group of ladies that are taking the train, the Amtrak train to Laurel, and they're going to have a day of shopping in downtown Laurel and eating lunch, and then taking the train back here to Hattiesburg. So that's another fun event we have coming up.
I took the Amtrak for the first time like a few months ago, and I really like it. I
Right.
really like trains a little too much,
Yeah.
actually.
It's cool. Yeah.
So you mentioned different activities that y'all do within the group and outside.
Mhm.
What are each of y'all's favorite outing thing to go do?
What's your favorite thing, Cam?
Well, wrestling, video games, and karaoke.
Well, when you go out,
Oh.
when we go out into the community, what's your favorite thing to do?
See the people.
Well, do you like bowling or
going to the movies.
movies? Yes.
What kind of movies do you like?
Comedy.
Comedy movies? Me too. I like horror and comedy movies. What about you, Casey?
I love going out to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you like to go eat at?
I love Mexican.
You love
She
Mexican
loves
food?
Mexican.
My roommate's Hispanic, and we're constantly going to different Mexican places. It's wonderful.
Tell her what your favorite thing about the Mexican restaurant is.
I like to drink margaritas.
She does.
I'm definitely not old enough for that, but I would also love that. What about you, Ty?
I like to sit in the balcony outside, just listen to music and playing basketball.
We have a porch out back that has several rocking chairs, and so in the afternoons when we do our leisure activities, lots of them choose to go sit in the rocking chairs outside when it's a nice day and listen to music and just hang out with their friends.
Okay, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned earlier, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, I tend to do that. You mentioned working with Southern Miss, and you mentioned frats, the frat stuff. What else do y'all do?
We go to the football games. I think they have a buddy party at the Pete that we go to. They love the baseball players. And we had a group a couple of weeks back. I got it set up for them to go dress up like football players, so they actually got to go over there and put on the uniform and put on a helmet and all that good stuff, the ones that really liked football. And then we have a lot of volunteers that come over that do some intern hours or need to do volunteer hours. The Lucky Day people come over a lot to spend time with us.
Okay, y'all seem to have a lot of people that want, well, I don't want to say want, that work with y'all.
Yes.
Y'all have a lot of community outreach people. That is wonderful. Yes. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we wrap this up?
Like I said, it's the happiest place in Hattiesburg, and I am fired up every day to go to work with these adults that I get to see every day, and every morning it's like I'm a celebrity coming in. You know, they're hugging and they can't believe you've come in for another day, and you know we're celebrating and high-fiving all day, aren't we?
That's right.
So yes, we have a great time.
Awesome. Is there anything else that any of y'all would like to add?
Anything?
We are very loving.
Yes, y'all are very loving, and y'all are loved by a lot of people.
Of course. Well, thank you so much, all of you, for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
Of course.
We have enjoyed it.
Of course. Coming up, we've got Micaiah Jackson reports on USM celebrating William D. Campbell's 100th birthday.
Southern Miss will officially host events to celebrate the 100th birthday of William D. Campbell. Born on July 18, 1924, William Davis Campbell was a preacher, author, and a civil rights activist. Today, I interviewed Jennifer Brannick, who is the curator of rare books and Mississippiana in special collections at Southern Miss. Here is what she had to say about the upcoming events.
He was born 100 years ago this year, so that's why we're hosting all these events about him. And he became very active in the civil rights movement. So we have his manuscript papers here at the University in special collections. So in this we have his original writings, copies of drafts of his book, photographs from his life, just a whole bunch of things that document his life and career. On November 4th at 6 o'clock, we're sponsoring a talk over in Gonzalez Auditorium in the Liberal Arts Building. And there we're going to have someone talk about his kind of Christian ideology and how it related to how he lived his life. You know, the exhibit's going to be great because it'll highlight a lot of the materials we have. You know, I'd really like people to become acquainted with him, you know, get to know what he did and kind of interact with the materials.
For more information, go to usm.edu/news/2024/release/william-campbell.php. Micaiah Jackson, SM2 News.
Thank you for listening to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. We are thankful for Justin Ware and Seb Hodges, our audio engineers, and Michaelan Williams, our film producer, for keeping this bird soaring. We especially want to thank our program director, Shania Williams, our executive producer, Owari, our assistant producer, Adeline Fields, and our general manager, Dr. Martin, as well as our lovely guests today. That's all for Southern Miss Radio. Thank you for listening. Remember, fly, eagle, fly. I'm your host, Abby Buzigard, signing off. Stay creepy.
Sponsorship comes from Southern Beverage, your local Michelob Ultra distributor. Michelob Ultra has significantly fewer carbs and calories per serving if you are watching those in your diet. You can reach Southern Beverage by phone at 601-268-9111, or you can find them on the internet at southernbeverage.com. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri, and Southern Beverage ask you to please drink responsibly.
Look through your children's eyes to see the true magic of a forest. It's a storybook world for them. You look and see a tree. They see the wrinkled face of a wizard with arms outstretched to the sky. They see treasure in pebbles. They see a windy path that could lead to adventure. And they see you, their fearless guide through this fascinating world.
Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.